QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking with the people? What's popping with y'all? Panther Nation, what's good, man? We right back at it. Man, I was just with y'all last night, and now we right back at it. I didn't think roster cuts were going to start coming in this quick. Again, this is the first year that they're doing the full swoop, all roster cuts at one time. So they are going to start coming in waves, and the Panthers have started releasing guys. 11 players released a couple of minutes ago. All right, so we'll go through the list. Jake Luton out of here. Camerun Peoples, who had a rough game to say the least, is out of here. Camerun Peoples, I got him on the graphic for the thumbnail for this video. Fumbled at the goal line, touchback. He fumbled on the very first touch of his entire career, bro. Not a good look. Not a good look for Camerun Peoples. Got him out the paint. Gary Jennings, who I thought was decent, they got him out the paint as well. I really think that opens the door for Derek Wright. Derek Wright, I think, has a legitimate shot, and we'll pull up the roster in a second, and I'll go through each of the lists, and we can kind of see what's left. But Derek Wright, Gary Jennings, C.J. Saunders, also out of here for the wide receivers. Tackle Larnel Coleman, gone. Antwuan Jackson, defensive lineman, out of here. Bumper Pool, out of here. Collin Duncan, who I don't even know who that is, out of. And Josh Thomas, out of here. Rejzohn Wright is another one. Rejzohn Wright is, again, a little bit disappointing. I would say of all the cuts, Gary Jennings was a bit of a surprise because he had a solid preseason. But Rejzohn Wright, man, I think he's one of the more disappointing, because I think that's our fault, right? From a fan base, that's kind of on me because I put such high expectations on him, and he just never met them. So it's not his fault that I'm disappointed, but I am disappointed that he did not, make the roster. Probably going to get a practice squad run, maybe, I don't know. But Rejzohn Wright is not a Panther, and we'll see what happens. Matthew Wright, also the kicker that we signed. He is, we saw Pinero last night kick in the preseason. So, obviously that makes Matthew Wright expendable, and he's gone as well. So with that said, that's going to put the roster at 79 guys, right? So 79 guys is where our roster currently sits, meaning we have another 26 moves to make between now and Tuesday. We don't have to wait until Tuesday just to release our joint. We just have to, we can start making the cuts now, which is what we're doing. So, yeah, 53 man is what we got to get to, and we are at 79 right now. So we got a ways to go. Let's take a look at this in a graphical standpoint. Let me pull up our 53 man thing that we were doing. Sorry, y'all. I was in the midst of creating all that content, all the shorts. If you haven't, check out all the shorts that I just dropped, kind of some of the clips from last night's live reaction. But let me pull up the roster and our projection, and we'll see where we're right, where we're wrong so far. So far, I don't think we got anything wrong, but we'll pull this up and kind of see where we stand. 1 second. I know it's Saturday. I won't be up here too long. I was just in the midst of making content, so I was like, let me go ahead and hop on with the people and see what y'all got to say. All right, let's present. Let's see. All right, so as y'all can see, this is what we were working on. I'm doing this in Canva, so y'all starting to get a little see how I do things, behind the scenes action. But all right, let's start to walk through these. Jake Luton, it's 1T. Sorry. Jake Luton, I'm gonna strike him out. He's out of here. So we got Bryce Young, Andy Dalton, Matt Corral still in the building. So they're still there. We'll walk through the running backs. So Spencer Brown still there. He had a solid preseason, solid game yesterday. But Camerun Peoples is out of here. Out of here, bro. All right, let me hit some of these questions. My bad. What positions do you think we are most likely going to pick up after cuts? Bro, I definitely think offensive lineman has to be one of them. I don't think we're set there. I think if we can get rid of guys like Cam Irving and Michael Jordan, like y'all are saying, bruh, there's no way we should be rolling with those guys. And I don't think I've seen as good as and as big as a fan of Ricky Lee as I am. I can't sit up here and say that he is going to make the 53-man roster. I think Ricky Lee needs to sit on a practice squad for a year, realistically. So I do think they're going to go out and probably sign another tackle from somewhere. We have to find another tackle, maybe cornerback as well. Even though I'm a CJ Henderson guy, y'all know that he didn't have a great game yesterday. With Dante Jackson's gout acting up continuously, I don't know if he'll be able to. So definitely cornerback and offensive lineman, maybe wide receiver as well. The depth there is concerning with all these guys getting hurt. But we can see right here, we'll go through the wide receivers. Gary Jennings obviously just got cut. CJ Saunders is out of here. And even Demir Bird, I believe he's on IR. So we'll just go ahead. I think they cut him yesterday officially too. Yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So I could be wrong on that. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyway, so here we are. Derek Wright still out there. Josh Van still out there, and Javon Wims, still out there as well. Stephon Sullivan, Giovanni Ricci still good. I think Ricci looked solid yesterday. Ricci looked solid last night. So I think if they keep 4, I can't see it, bro, because I'd rather them keep another offensive lineman. This whole group, I'm sorry, is still underwhelming. The whole group as a whole, man, spoiler alert, going into next week or going to next Tuesday, they got to be stock down. Stock down for them. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Injury settlement. I saw it come through, but I didn't want to. I didn't know that it was confirmed, so I didn't want to jump out the window and say it was true until y'all confirmed it. But thank you. Y'all kill my bad. Y'all killing my spelling. It's all good. I went off the dome with some of these spellings. It's all right. I'll fix them later. I'll fix them at another time. But I appreciate y'all spell checking me. I appreciate that. Larnel Coleman out of here. Larnel Coleman is up out of here. So again, between Cam Irving, I mean, you could probably, if I'm thinking in what the Panthers are going to do, and I'm trying to project what they do, they may keep Cam. They may keep Cam, and Ricky Lee may get the cut. But yeah, this isn't a great group right here. I got to be honest with you. I'd rather bring in somebody else that has some experience that can come in, maybe knows Reich's system and maybe played with camping before, something like that. But these guys ain't it. Even Icky, bro, still, I mean, it wasn't as bad. He only gave up one real pressure yesterday, so it ain't terrible, but still kind of a little underwhelming. All right, for the guards, for the interior guys, I didn't see any cuts here. Although Deontay Brown did not play. I did not see any cuts from this group just yet. So this group is still intact. Michael Jordan should be on that list, but yeah, they haven't done it yet. They have not done it yet. So we'll see. All right. Defensive tackles. There was no cuts from this group either. Yep, no cuts from this group. No cuts from this group. And then this is where we got the cuts. We got a cut here in Antwuan Jackson. He was cut. I don't even recall seeing him out there playing, so I could be wrong there, but he's cut. Let's see. The linebackers, Bumper Pool and Jordan Thomas, out of here. Out of here for these guys. Chandler Wooten, I think, really stepped up. And I don't think Bumper Pool is even on this list. Where did I have Bumper? Yeah, I didn't even put Bumper up here. But let's give Bumper some respect, man. Let's give Bumper some respect up here, man. We got to put him on the list, bro. Only to strike him through. Put some respect on Bumper Pool, man. Got him up out of here. Yeah, Brandon Smith. I think, man, you got to watch out for Brandon Smith. I think this is not a hot take. This is facts. Chandler Wooten is outplaying Brandon Smith right now. That's not a hot take. Wooten is playing very well, and again, it's probably because that's Wooten's natural position. I don't think Brandon Smith is comfortable there. I don't think he's comfortable. I just don't think he's comfortable playing interior. I think he made a couple of plays yesterday, but overall in the grand scheme, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. It's not enough at all. All right. From this group, no cuts here. Let me just make sure. Yep, no cuts here. From cornerbacks, Rejzohn Wright, obviously, up out of here. Disappointing. And I talked about this earlier. A lot of people have jumped in since I said this. But yeah, I think Rejzohn Wright, the fans put a lot of expectation on him, and he didn't meet that expectation, including myself. I'm guilty. Y'all heard me when we went on with Steve Smith on Cut to It. I was encouraged by this guy. I had high hopes for him as a player, and he just did not live up to the expectation that I put on him. Right. So it's my fault that he that I put too much on him. Pause. You know what I mean? So he had an injury during training camp. He missed a lot of time, just didn't live up to expectations. So I'm not happy about that. I think he has a lot of potential. Maybe we can get him back around on the practice squad, but I think there's a team out there that's going to pick him up and give him a shot. And I think he's going to make some. I think maybe a year or two from now, he's going to develop into something. Right now, he's just not it. But we need to keep our eye on Stephon Gilmore's brother. If he gets cut, he's going to be a high priority for somebody because he played a hell of a game yesterday. Played a hell of a game. Shout out to Master Blends, man. Hey, get them likes up, man. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe as well if you haven't done so. But yeah, I think Rejzohn Wright is going to be, he's going to be solid somewhere. Eric Rowe. I think Eric Rowe, I may need to walk this one back, but I think it's going to be interesting between these guys. Maybe CJ Henderson does get cut. I don't know. Maybe Keith Taylor does get cut. Eric Rowe stays. Stanley Thomas Oliver. We haven't seen him. It's going to get interesting. I still think they keep 6 of them because the depth here. Do you firmly believe that Dante Jackson is going to stay healthy the entire season? The answer to that question is no. Do you anticipate J.C. Horn being healthy the entire season? You can't bet on that, bro. So you have to bring in some guys that are prepared and ready to play. I think that Troy Hill is solid, but he's a nickel guy. Like he's not an every down outside cornerback. So you got to bring another cornerback out here, and we've got to keep 6 of them. I understand special teams is of importance, but listen, we got to have some guys that play outside. So this group right here is something to keep an eye on. Somebody's going to get cut whether Stanley Thomas Oliver, Keith Taylor, CJ Henderson. I don't think CJ Henderson gets cut. I would be very surprised if that happens. I'd be disappointed as well. And I know y'all would flame me if that happens. But I'll take it. It is what it is. But this group is something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on this group. Josh Thomas was cut. You see, I gotta. Come on, man. Sorry. I'm trying to get this so I can get to the names. Here we go. All right. Jeez. My bad, y'all. We live here. Josh Thomas, cut. Get him up out of here. And there was another guy that was on. Let me go ahead and give him some respect. Collin Duncan. He was cut. As well. So gotta put some respect on that group. All right. So we still gonna roll with, we gotta fix the checks. So we're gonna roll with Jamie Robinson. We're gonna roll with Sam Franklin. We're gonna roll with Xavier Woods. We're gonna roll with Jeremy Chin and Von Bell. People are saying they didn't get notifications. Listen, man, YouTube trying to. They trying to. You know what? You know how it is, man. Haters gonna hate. So it is what it is. Yes, Jeremy Chin is listed as a nickelback. That is correct, but he's on this list for all intents and purposes. All right, so let me bring, because this is gonna bother me. It'll come back up in a second. All right, I'll come back to that. And Matthew Wright. Jeez, these pictures, man. You see how much work I got to do to put all the stuff together, man. It's frustrating sometimes, y'all. And I'm doing it live, so my bad. Matthew Wright up out of here. Cut. So that's where we are now. That's where we are right now. I don't think we're gonna sign anybody, man. I don't think we're gonna sign anybody until they're gonna cut down first. I don't think they're gonna sign a wide receiver. I think we're good. I think we're gonna be good. They may go. Listen, there's gonna be some good talent out there that gets cut. We just gotta be patient and see how things land. But right now, there's no major surprises. Gary Jennings, I thought again had a good preseason, but as soon as we saw Derek Wright with that starting group, that told me everything I needed to know. At that point, at that moment, I knew Derek Wright is ahead of Gary Jennings on their rankings, right? And Derek Wright is going to get that push. He's going to get that push and he even played ahead of Shi Smith. And the people brought that up last night. Shi Smith was out there playing with the 2s and 3s. Shi Smith was out there playing with the 2s and 3s. Meanwhile, Derek Wright was playing with the 1s. That is very, very, very important to watch. Very important to watch. Very important to watch. All right. So again, this is what it looks like. We'll run through it really quick one more time. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna stay up here too long. I just wanted to, come up here and give my thoughts, my unfiltered thoughts. I was gonna put together a video. I was like, now let's talk to the people live. It's Saturday. I just happen to be here sitting. Make sure y'all check out the shorts, man. Run those short numbers up. All right. So again, Jake Luton cut out of here. I still think we keep all three quarterbacks. The running backs, Spencer Brown I think he's gonna come back to the practice squad, but Blackshear, Rahimothy, Chuba, and Miles Sanders, I think that's gonna be a running back group there. The wide receivers where it gets really interesting. Thielen, Chark, Terrace, we haven't seen them basically all preseason. So it's gonna be interesting to watch what happens with him. Mingo looked great. He still got to get on the same page with Bryce Young. That's going to come with time. Laviska Shenault, concussion protocol. I think 2 weeks to go into the regular season. So I think he's going to be fine. I have no long-term concerns about that. I think everybody's going to be healthy and ready to go by week 1. So that's why I don't think we're going to make any crazy moves with the wide receiver. That's just my opinion. Unless they cut Shi Smith, right, and they want to bring somebody else in. But I can easily see this check mark sliding right down to Derek Wright. I can easily see this. Happening. Right now, if I had to predict, I'm going to keep it here with Shi. But I can easily see Derek Wright getting a final roster spot. If you go back even to when we signed Derek Wright as an undrafted free agent a few years ago, I said that this dude has a lot of potential, bro. You can pull up the video. When you turn on his film from Utah State, he was solid, bro. He was a really, really good receiver I believe it was Utah State. Correct? You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was Utah State. This dude, he has it, bro. And now he's starting to come into his own. Had a really great camp. I can easily do this and leave it right here. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Are we gonna go Derek Wright? Or are we gonna go Shi Smith? Matter of fact, I'll put a poll up. Let me see if I can put a poll up real quick. I'll try to put a poll up real quick. All right, poll is up. Poll is up in the chat, man. I want to know what y'all think. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? Derek Wright or Shi Smith? So we got right now we got 91% rolling with Wright. Oh, it's shifting. Okay, a little shift here in the polling. 47 votes. Let's run it up. I need at least 200 votes in the chat. All you gotta do is vote in the chat. Real simple, really easy. I want to get 200 votes before I make that call. We'll come back to that. But yeah, right now I could easily see the Carolina Panthers keeping Derek Wright over Shi Smith. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Keep voting. We'll come back to it. I want to get 200 votes. We got 250 people watching. 200 likes, 200 votes. All right. So tight ends. Here we are again. This group is underwhelming. Shi Smith, Ian Thomas, Tommy Tremble. It's underwhelming. They ran a tight end screen for Ian Thomas. The play was designed for him. He couldn't turn around and get his head around in time to catch the football. Underwhelming. That group is underwhelming, bro. And as good as a blocker he is, it's still a waste of a roster spot. This group is really underwhelming. I'm sorry. Stephon Sullivan is hurt. I don't know what happened with him, but I think they want to keep him. They want to keep that athletic ability that he has, that mismatch. The 6'4" the converted wide receiver. I think they want that, but I just don't see it. So for the tackles, I want to see him keep Ricky Lee. I think Ricky Lee needs to be developed, needs another year. I can easily see this happening, or I can easily see them cutting both of these gentlemen and then bringing somebody else in. I think that's the most realistic scenario, is that both Ricky Lee and Cam Erving get cut and somebody else is brought in. I think that's the most likely scenario that's going to happen. As for the guards or the interior, the centers and guards, this group I think is going to be solid. I like this group. I think this is the group that they keep. Only question mark is I can see Deonte Brown being kept over Jensen, or I can see them getting rid of Deonte Brown, Nash Jensen, and going out and signing another guy. But Michael Jordan, he's proven time and time again that he ain't it. He ain't it, bro. He ain't it. So I can easily see that happening. Again, scenario one, this is right. They keep Nash Jensen. Scenario two, it slides to Deonte Brown. Scenario three, they cut both Nash and Jensen and bring another guard in. That's option three. Okay. This group, I think, is solidified. I am almost certain that this will be the group that we keep for the defensive tackles. I'm almost solid with this group. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the group right here. These four guys will be kept. Defensive ends, quote unquote. Henry Anderson, again, I think Henry Anderson is still hurt, but I think they want to keep him around. Kobe Jones could make a push, but the pass rush was very underwhelming yesterday. Between him and YGM, very, very, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. All right. This group here, inside linebackers. Where? Okay, here we go. Inside linebackers, I think this group is solid. I think this will be the group that they keep. They could add another linebacker and keep Brandon Smith, but I'm pretty solid in this group too. I think this group is pretty solid too. I'm almost certain that this will be the four that they keep. Edge rushers, I think Gross Matos. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with Gross Matos. I can see them moving on, but I can also see them keeping him. I'm on the fence. That the pass rush yesterday with him playing, definitely underwhelming. Underwhelming group. With this group, the cornerbacks, I can easily see this right here. I think there's too many scenarios to go over. There's too many scenarios. I can see them doing this. I can see them doing this. I can see them doing this. There's a lot of scenarios, bro. I don't even want to go through all the scenarios. I could definitely see a lot of scenarios happening with the cornerbacks. That's where I think that's the trickiest group to call right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. That group is tricky because I don't know what. I know that Evero wants he wants a good group. His defense is predicated on having really, really good cornerbacks. And I think he has one really good cornerback. I think he has a couple of other mid cornerbacks. and one with a lot of potential. But if this group isn't right, I think this is where you're going to see the most drastic movement. This is why you saw Troy Hill brought in. Yep, my bad. You're right. So Kobe Richardson was already going. Great catch. We'll take him off of this group because he was already out of here. My bad. So yeah, this is where it could get tricky. It could get tricky with this group. Really, really tricky group right here. Safeties, I think it's set. I think they'll keep all 5 of these guys. And Jeremy Chin, yes, he's a nickel back. But yeah, I think that's where it will stay with this group. And the specialists, I think they're locked in. So let's go back to the poll before I get out of here. I've been live for a couple of minutes, about 20 minutes here. So I'm going to go back to the poll that we posted that contained this group right here, the wide receivers. Let's go back, pull it up. How many votes do we have? 122 votes, man. Y'all don't want to vote. I was trying to get the 200 votes, but we'll roll with it. Derek Wright, massive by a massive wide margin. Pause. 73% of the votes go to Derek. I'm ending the poll since there wasn't that much participation. Y'all don't like participating, man. Derek Wright wins 72%. Shi Smith 27%. You got to pay attention to what's going on. You guys, they will show you all. They're showing you your hands. Derek Wright played with the ones last night. Shi Smith was playing into the fourth quarter. You do with that information as you please. But yeah, it ain't really. Yeah, it's crazy. This is gonna be interesting to watch. But that's the first wave of cuts, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting out of here, man. Thank y'all for joining us. This was fun. Again, make sure y'all check out the shorts. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments. My man T Sween, he says, shout out to you for that last minute super chat. Are you gonna do a list of who we should get off of waivers? I got to see who's cut first. But number one probably Gilmore brother gets cut. I need him on the squad. I need him, bro. He was balling yesterday. So if Stephon Gilmore's brother, even the Panthers said they're gonna have 1,400 guys to go through. So it's a long list. If I see some notable names out there, I'll do that. But yeah, it's gonna be ugly. A lot of names out there to keep an eye on. So with that said, like, subscribe, notification bell, get in the comments, all stuff. I'll holler at y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.